This is another episode in the fabric of history, fashion's untold stories. And this episode is about the sole revolution and how sneakers kicked down the doors of the fashion industry. So in the history of sneakers, we're going to do a deep dive into the world of footwear. From their origins in sports to becoming a staple in streetwear and pop culture. You know, once upon a time, sneakers were humble servants to the sports courts and gymnasiums. Just mere canvas and rubber concocted for the sweaty pursuits of the athletically inclined. But dear viewers, like Cinderella's slipper, the sneaker was destined for an extraordinary fate. A metamorphosis that would see it waltz out of the locker room to the fashion runways, capturing hearts and wallets worldwide along the way.
This is the Air Jordan 1. It's an iconic shoe made by Nike for basketball legend Michael Jordan. It's a piece of footwear history. If you're into sneakers at all, then you've probably either owned or wanted a pair of these. Maybe they're even your grails. But did you know that the Air Jordan 1 was once banned by the NBA? Or was it really? The year is 1983 and Michael Jordan is a young college basketball star playing for the University of North Carolina. A promising athlete, MJ would be drafted to the NBA the following year at the 1984 NBA draft as the third overall pick by the Chicago Bulls. Meanwhile, the sportswear company Nike was still a young player in the basketball shoe market. Struggling to keep up with Adidas and Converse, Nike needed to make a bold move fast if they wanted to keep up with their competitors. In 1984, Nike had some great players like Moses Malone and Jamal Wilkes, but they didn't have a marquee player like other brands did. Converse had a roster of superstars like Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, and Dr. J. Nike wanted their next endorsee to be the face of Nike basketball, someone who would boost the company's profile on the court and bring fresh eyes to Nike. They had a young rookie in mind, but there was one big problem. Michael Jordan did not want to sign with them. In fact, he was 100% reluctant.
So let's start with the cultural leviathan, the Air Jordan. The tale is nothing short of a fairy tale. In 1984, there was a rookie by the name of Michael Jordan. He was signed by Nike, a then nascent player in the basketball shoe market. The Air Jordan took flight, and with it, sneaker culture as we know it today. And with each subsequent release, kids would camp out for days, and adults emptied their pockets, all for a chance to walk in the shoes of his airness. But the Air Jordans were more than just sneakers. They were a status symbol, a marker of cool, an emblem of a sneakerhead's devotion to the art of the dunk, and also the finesse of street style. The shoes leapt over the free throw line of sports, landing squarely in the world of fashion and pop culture. And the collaboration of Tinker Hatfield, the architect behind many of the Jordan designs, transformed the sneaker into a piece of art. Each release eagerly anticipated as the next season's fashion. And then there was the master, Yohji Yamamoto, and his footprint in crafting the avant-garde soul. In the pantheon of sneaker deities, one name stands out, not for its conformity to trends or mass market appeal, but for its unwavering commitment to the avant-garde, and that name is Yohji Yamamoto. The Japanese fashion designer, known for his masterful drapery and somber aesthetic, has carved an indelible footprint in the sneaker revolution with his Y3 brand, a collaboration with Adidas that seamlessly married high fashion with street sensibility. Yamamoto entered the sneaker arena when it was already brimming with competition and noise. Yet his approach was never about the loudest splash, but the most resonant ripple. His partnership began with Adidas in 2003, birthing the Y3 and introducing a new lexicon in footwear that spoke of minimalism and innovation and the art of subtlety. Y3 emerged as a groundbreaking fusion, one that took Adidas's athletic DNA and infused it with Yamamoto's signature design philosophy. The Y stands for Yohji Yamamoto, and the 3 represents the Adidas iconic 3 stripes, and the hyphen symbolizes the bond between the two. It was a collaboration that would redefine the possibilities of sneaker design, elevating the aesthetic to an object of design without sacrificing function or form.
Back in 2001, long before athleisure was introduced to mainstream culture, Y3 is the collaboration label between Adidas and Yamamoto, bringing the Japanese designer's sartorial aesthetics to the sports brand and resulting in a fusion of high fashion and advanced performance wear. Unveiled in Paris in 2002, the Y3 brand celebrated its 10th collection with the Autumn-Winter 07-08 men's and women's presentations in New York City. By 2016, Y3 Sport was launched, a capsule collection which focused on functionality. The popular range of sneakers proved to be a big hit amongst celebrities and fashion influencers, earning Yamamoto some serious street cred.
Around 15 years ago, it was a moment that fashion professional people, they started saying maestro, master. At that moment, I felt that I came too far from the street. I was almost losing my enthusiasm for making clothing. I had a big question. And then I watched around carefully the street in New York, street in Paris, street in Tokyo. There were so many running people. Time to care about the body. From my side, I made a phone call to Adidas directly, saying that I want to work with your company. Then, very quickly, the answer came back, let's do it.
The launch of Y3 was a bold statement in a time when high fashion was just dipping its toes into the sportswear market. And for this, Yohji looked to the streets of Roppongi and his Harajuku in Tokyo. He wanted to build a bridge from his atelier to the street, and he dreamt of making quality functional items for young people. Yamamoto's vision was clear, to dress not just the body, but also the feet in the poetry of his design. The sneakers were often sculptural, often monochromatic, and unmistakably modern. They were conversation starters, pieces that would catch the eye of the discerning fashionista and the street-savvy sneakerhead alike. And then there was the arrival of the Casa. Among the pantheon of Y3 creations, the Casa stands as a testament to Yohji Yamamoto's revolutionary design to sneaker design. Launched in 2013, the Casa, with its neoprene body, wide straps and tubular sole, eschewed traditional sneaker silhouettes for something almost otherworldly. It was as if a piece of Yamamoto's nuanced drape-heavy runway had leapt onto the foot, offering a futuristic version or vision of footwear that was both luxurious and comfortable. The case's silhouette became a signature of Y3, inspiring sneaker enthusiasts to view their collections as more than just assortments of canvas and leather, but rather as curated galleries of design. Yamamoto's sneakers ask their wearers to not just walk or run, but to ponder, to engage with fashion as one would a piece of modern art or designer furniture.